What is the biggest fear you have? And I'm not talking about the fear of spiders, snakes, sharks, or even heights. I'm talking about a fear that is stopping you from really living your greatest potential and living your greatness. Well, in this video, we're going to talk about the main 6 fears that every individual has, how to deal with it for you to really live your greatness. And this concept is something that I got out of the Bible of personal development, which is The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. So let's jump into it. If you're new here, my name is Christopher Dedian. Welcome to my channel, the one-stop shop for peak performance, entrepreneurship, and personal growth. So the first fear is the fear of poverty. Now, I don't care who you are, we have all experienced this fear before. Not only we've experienced it, this is probably a fear that dictates a lot of our decisions. It's in our subconscious mind, always present. Such as taking the decision of what career you're going to go into, what significant other you're going to marry, or just as simply as should I buy this or not. Now, once you realize that there's this pressure of financial security in your life, the best way to deal with this and diminish this fear is calculate what is the minimum amount that you need of money to live and be comfortable. Now we're talking about just the minimum. And once you realize that, you see that there's a lot of luxury, a lot of comfort, or a lot of fluffiness in between that's not necessarily necessary. Now I'm not saying that that's not good. There is place for that. We're just trying to put the baseline of, hey, I have all this room to play and be safe within. So once you realize that you have a lot of room, you're going to be so much more comfortable and the fear is never going to be there. So in fact, when that happens, you're not taking financial decisions out of fear, because it's the worst thing to do. You're taking financial decisions out of, hey, is this a good opportunity? Yes or no. The second fear is the fear of old age. Now within this, there's actually 2 parts. The first one is old age will bring poverty, right? As you get older, you probably have less energy to do the work. So whatever you've done at a young age, work and accumulate your money, you hope that that's going to stay and be significant enough for you to have a comfortable life. Now the way to kind of counterbalance that, you have to start thinking about that at a young age and be smart with your money, invest it at the right places. The second part is the fear of unknown. After a certain age, you think about, hey, what's next? What's the next world? What can we do with all of this? Now, to answer what we need to do to fix this part, I'm actually going to answer it in the 6th fear because it's directly correlated to this one. The third fear is the fear of ill health. Now, we're not only talking about, hey, am I healthy? Am I sleeping right? Am I eating the right food? Am I taking care of my body all around? That's a part of it. But there's another part within this, which is the fear of, how is my genetics? Do I have something that is already within my cells that are attacking my positive cells or whatever the case is? Now, the best way to go about this and really push this fear away is to really take care of yourself in such a way that it makes sense and not necessarily overdo it either. We want a balance. It should be okay to have a pizza if you want to have a pizza time to time. But in general, you should be taking care of your body. Are you doing the right stuff? Are you exercising? Are you taking care of your mental state of mind? And as you position yourself of taking care of yourself over the years, this fear continually diminishes because you're living a healthy lifestyle. If you see there's some value within this video so far, don't hesitate at all to give me one of these, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you can find out when our weekly videos come out. So the 4th fear is the fear of loss of love of someone. Now this is a pretty big one because there's some jealousy that's linked up with this. There's some aspect of, hey, am I taking care of my loved ones the way that I should? And finally, am I actually allowing myself to love? Because there's a lot of rate of failure within love. Now the counterbalance to this is really understand that there might be some failure, but don't ever approach any situation of love thinking that it might fail. You have to approach it full out. You have to allow yourself to really experience it with a lot of love. And as you do that, I guarantee it, there's going to be abundance of love within your life. The 5th fear is the fear of criticism. Now this is the one that's the most self-inflicted and self-created, because the reality is whatever criticism you might think it is out there is not at all compared to what you are putting in your mind and creating within your mind. So once you're able to understand that there's a dichotomy within the reality and what you're actually perceiving of criticism, that's going to diminish your level of stress and fear of criticism. Now, one way to go about this is to do a mind shift and understand that criticism is just an opportunity for you to grow and learn. So take that criticism, look at it, take what you need to take out of it, and learn from that position. Now, another part to this is understanding that everybody's trying to figure it out. Nobody really has the answers. I'm in front of you guys trying to figure it out. Once you really position yourself of everybody's on the same playing field, you're going to go forward with so much more success. Yes, maybe somebody's at step 70 and you're at step 17, granted, but they all started from the same place and we're all going towards the same place. So really understand the value of criticism and how to utilize it for you to succeed. The 6th fear is the fear of death. Now this is a big one Because for thousands and thousands of years, human beings have been asking the question, where did we come from and where are we going? And we still don't know it. It's the unknown. And the fact that it's unknown, people are afraid of it. Not only that, some religions might actually paint a bad or positive picture of what happens after you die. Now, the best way to deal with this is to understand that death is actually the major equalizer in life. It really doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, girl, guy, you live here or you live there. Everybody's gonna die. And once you position yourself like that, first of all, it puts you in such a humble position of we're going to the same direction. And as well, you start appreciating the present moment. You start realizing, oh my God, there's things that I need to do and I should do it right now. I should not wait for the future because I do not know what the future holds. Now, the best way that I've learned about this is actually through a Stoic philosophy. And they actually say memento mori, which essentially means be aware of your death. This is an exercise that I do quite often. I always think about my death. And what that does, like I mentioned, it positions me in a place of humbleness and it positions me in a place of appreciating the present moment. So I'm definitely going to invite you guys to start doing this activity. Think about memento mori and approach death in a way that it's inevitable. If you understand it like that, you're going to be diminishing your fear of death. You're not going to be afraid of it. You're going to accept it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and really saw some of the fears that might be holding you back from really living your full potential. Because the reality is, I'd rather see danger coming my way than not seeing it at all. Because when you see it, you're able to adjust accordingly. Now the question today is, what is your biggest fear and what can you do to change that? Comment that down below. I would love to see what the community is going to talk about this. Furthermore, there's some videos over here that might interest you. The first one is my playlist on peak performance mindset. The other one is on my entrepreneurship series. And you have a profile picture over here that you could click. You'll be able to subscribe and join the family. I hope you guys have a blessed and grateful day.